Maybe camera will be better here. Hi, and welcome to another live stream on my YouTube channel. I'm enjoying the weather today because it's been not very good weather for the last week. So I hope everybody's being safe, that everybody being healthy, and everybody being motivated and trying to do some stuff in this quarantine and in these rough times. I hope everybody's keeping that positive energy, and I hope my videos sometimes bring you good energy. Today, I'm remembering with you some of my days back in Turkey. So in 2015, May, I left my country, Syria. I went to Turkey, and there I started a new journey. It changed my life. And what the main there for me was playing violin, not on a famous big stages, not at bars, not at open mic nights, not at weddings or engagement parties. I did that on the sidewalk. And it was not very pleasant all the time. But what did that teach me? Let's go to this story. It was May. I think 1 week exactly after me being in Turkey, I used to go to that next to the sea. There's like a very quiet spot. I was very sad, missing my country, missing my family. And I met a person there. Of course, being on the street every day, you're gonna meet a lot of people. So, and in these times, you're just being too much honest. You're honest. You meet a lot of people who are like you, and there's no shit here. Either they are full of lies and full of shit. Sorry for my language. And some other people will be totally honest. You can really trust them with your life, which is funny. You never know them, but you just met them and you can trust them with your life. So this guy, he plays guitar, and he just reached out to me, and he came, and I'm playing, watching the water, and playing some violin, hoping somebody will stop, throw me some money. Everybody ignored me. And this guy, like many other musicians, when you see other musicians playing, you just stop, you join them. He started playing with me immediately, not even like asking me. He just reached out, you know what I mean? Opened his guitar case, start playing. Not a word. Like, he does not even speak English. He's a Turkish guy from Turkey. I don't speak Turkish at all. Couple words. We had this awesome like 1 hour busking there. Then people start coming, and there was like 20 person, and we made like 10 bucks, like 20 Turkish liras, 25 Turkish liras at that time was like 10 bucks. We split it. We went. We had tea. Not even a word. Like we didn't even talk. So that's one of the short stories I'm sharing today. That you don't need to really speak a language to meet another person. Just you can feel the vibe. uh, and we added each other on Facebook. We're still on Facebook now. He does not speak English. I don't speak Turkish, and I see his work. He's great. He's a great musician. I should link him. I'll put him in the link. Um, you don't need to know the musician you're playing with on the street or anywhere in the world. That's one big deal. Another story. That's a very romantic thing happened with me. Um, I'm playing as usual to make money. I used to play from like 9 a.m. till 6 p.m. or whenever I wake up. If I'm very tired, I sleep a little bit more. I don't have a steady job. I don't have a boss telling me to wake up at 6 a.m. or anything. So it's kind of productive, but at the same time somehow lazy. I play sometimes till the cops come stop me because I don't have a music permit. I don't have a busking permit in the streets like most of the musicians there. Um, or I play till I'm literally tired. Like if I don't feel it, I stop. I can't do anything anymore. And this person reached to me, and he started moving his hand and describing. I did not understand anything. And then he pulled his phone and he showed me a picture of a lady. He's like, he's pointing that she's his lady, and I understood from him that she's coming now, and he wanted me to play music for them, a romantic music. He was gonna surprise her, and literally dragged me, hold me from my hand, and dragged me. I'm like, wait a minute, I have to put my on. Oh, Istanbul, so beautiful. And it's fancy. And I'm a street musician, so I'm on the street all day, and these like people start looking at me. Who's this guy? Where did you bring him from? And stuff like this. Uh, I'm like smiling to everybody. Hi, hi. I'm a classical musician in the middle of the street and don't know anybody. And I got the idea that she's coming, and he wanna surprise her. He wanna propose to her. Um, and she loves violence so much. And he played a small music for me. He told me what I understood also, that whatever you play is good. Just play. Just çal, çal. In Turkish, çal means play. So he said, çal abi çal. Just play, brother. So I stood away. She come. There's a couple people. He's ready. He has flowers, everything. She come, and he surprised her on his knees, propose, and I start playing a violin, walking around them like. Something like this, and like play it till they were talking. She start crying and hugging, and everybody clapping. Very big moment. Very big. So that's the second thing I learned from playing on the street. You can really get into people's hearts, and you can touch their personal life without even knowing about it. So this guy felt my music, and there's a lot of musicians on the street, and he picked me. There's many violinists, and there's people who are from Turkey playing on it. Like they are very good violinists from Turkey, Turkish violinists. They are like more capable of Middle Eastern uh, ornaments from their area, better than me. He picked me. He felt something. He felt something. He saw something in me. So you can touch people's hearts. That's the second thing. Uh, and you can be part of people. Of course, he gave me like 50 Turkish lira or even more, maybe 50 Turkish lira, which was like 20 bucks. That's the work of the day for me. 20 bucks. That's more than I imagined. So he gave me that money, and I was so happy. And he went had a huge meal. Yeah. So if you go back, Uh, First of all, you don't need to speak the language of somebody if you play music. In general, not just if you play music, if you feel their good energy, just a smile is enough. The second thing is uh, your music on the street, your emotions, your actions can affect uh, others' lives, can make them feel better, can make them feel something, take them out of uh, what was going on, and just release them. Yeah, Turkey was a big change in my life. And the most fundamental, most important thing I gained from playing on the street was hurting myself. How? How does that? You tell me. What do you mean by hurting yourself? So I'm playing 8 hours. I have to play. I have to make living. This is how I can make living. This is how I love making living. And it's by playing my violin. And I'm playing on the street. You know, you're on the street. Imagine you're playing in New York, in the middle, downtown of New York. Anybody might pass you, right? The most important musicians in the country might be walking next to you and see you playing. So it is a big challenge because it's like you're playing a theater. I know it's not silent and everybody is listening to you, but here you really know who really cares. I appreciate that. And I don't know if you saw this very famous violinist, amazing, wonderful, talented violinist, Joshua Bell. He went to the train station, I think I'm not wrong, in New York or in California, and he played there for like an hour. And he's Joshua Bell. You know, his pictures and videos everywhere. He's famous, and a lot of people passed him. Nobody stopped. Two people stopped, and we're like, "Oh my God, that's Joshua Bell playing in the street for people." He was not playing for money. He's just doing an experiment on: are people gonna notice a musician playing on the street? And honestly, like 2, 3 people from the entire train station just gave him attention or just stood there to watch him playing. So yeah, that's the fundamental third, or it's the main thing, but you don't understand, you gain that till the end. um, that you do what you love to do, and you're ready to suffer and hurt in order to gain what you want: satisfaction. Like, I went every night, I'm happy. I have some thoughts like memories, feelings, emotions, but still, while I'm on the street and just ripping the strings, I'm happy. I was happy. And now I'm happy talking to you. This is my street musician. It's my nature musician. Music, my nature music. Um, yeah, so I'm going to play another thing also because this is how I feel. Let's see. And it totally changed. All this was something. And coming to America was totally different because I had no idea about Turkey. I did not know anything about Turkey. There's no advertising about Turkey. I did not watch Turkish movies. I did not learn Turkish language in my school. I was not advised to learn Turkish or go to Turkey in my country. And I went to Turkey having a horrible idea about Turkey, and then I end up loving Turkey, especially after I left. Remembering Turkey, I miss going there every time, even though I had very rough time there, but I miss it. While America, I'm like, I'm going to study. I had a scholarship. I'm working to get a visa, and I add all these people on Facebook, and I have all these fantasies about the cities, the country, the music, the people. Boom, boom! In the airport, everything is totally different. Totally different. Like, uh, was not expecting that. First of all, I did not know the place I went to. I did not know that it's gonna be very, very like country surrounded area. I thought it's gonna be a little bit closer to the city. I was not disappointed, but I just had, I was imagining so. And then whenever I arrived to the city close where I had to go, um, Pittsburgh. I arrived in Pittsburgh. It was Sunday and it was dead, like nobody in the streets. It was a dead city. Everybody sleeping, everybody at home, and it was not very early whenever I went. And it's like Sunday, Pittsburgh, 2006, August 1st, 2015. Nobody in the streets. The entire city is like totally dead. I don't know what was going on then. There was nothing, no celebration, nothing. It was just, it's not that big city, I think, or this is what happened on Sundays there. So, and the school was different. It was not that easy to gain friends, and it was not that easy to adjust from being on the streets, leaving your country, then play in the street, on the street, which is also dangerous. In Istanbul, Istanbul is like 15 million people in that place. Like there's mafia and there's rubber, there's dangerous people. It's not the safest place on earth. Uh, and then I come to America, and America is a different dangerous. It's here, America, I call the extreme country. It's extreme with everything. The nature is extreme, weather is extreme. Every people are like, when I first got here, they weren't like, not everybody was. 80% was not nice to me, to be honest. 20% were understanding. 20%, the 80% were like very like, oh, they wanna. Where are you from? What are you doing here? And I understand that you want to be safe. You want to protect yourself from whatever you don't know. Makes sense. Makes sense. I will move myself here a little bit. This beautiful trailer behind me. Maybe there's a better light here. I'm using my laptop for my live stream because my phone does not support live streaming because I'm still probably I don't have enough followers on YouTube, and I did not probably not go enough live streams uh, on YouTube. So yeah, it took me like 4 or 5 months in America to adjust and start going out and meet people. I just used to go to my university, from my university to my house, and I used to buy like a 6 pack uh, on the way back, and I used to smoke cigarettes a lot. I learned that very horrible habit. I learned it back in my country, but I really started smoking in the street because of stress. Um, so yeah, I buy a pack of cigarettes. I buy a 6 pack, and I know this. Like I did not have money, to be honest. I know this money is gonna disappear. Like, you should be careful. And I was not very um, good at financials, so I spent some money on stupid stuff I should have not, like cigarettes, for example. I don't mind a beer. So yeah, I buy 6 pack. I drink a beer. Well, 6 pack will stay a week with me, to be honest. I did not drink that much, and then 4 or 5 months later, I started going to open mic nights, and 3 months after that, I knew everybody. So basically, it took me a year to adjust to where I am, where I was, to where I was. So uh, that's something to think about. To think about if you are here and thinking of traveling and going anywhere to different spot, it's something to consider. To know where you're going, study, do your study the culture, study the weather, study the food, study everything, because, and like, don't study too hard because you're not going to learn as much as you are being there. But now I'm happy. I'm part of this nature, and I love it. So yeah, 3 things of street performance I talked about today. First of all, you don't need to speak language to play with other musicians. You can just feel their vibe. Second one, your music affect other people. It does. It's not might, it does affect. One note will change the entire mood of person walking next to you. You know what I mean? What if you play a request for them? They request you to play a song. You'll make their day. If you play a song for them and be like, no, I don't even want you to put money. That's for you. You know that happened. You can change their life with that, make them feel happier, add, as I say, some spice on their day. And then the third one, it teach you that it's such a joy to make living somehow, uh, doing what you like, doing what you love to do. It's a great joy. This was all what I have for today. I'm gonna try to go every day. I'm gonna go live every day, and I will finish with a small impro here.